This is Senior Memories, featuring stories about your history, your community, your family. Join us as we remember.
In 1950, I met my future husband, Jack, at a picnic in South Park. So I gave him my phone number, and the next day he called me and wanted to know if I wanted to go to a picnic at North Park. So he took me there, and that was July the 4th. So I was 16, and he was so handsome, so I figured I better not wait too long before I snatch him up. So we decided to elope. We went to Ohio, where Jack was originally from, and he had his aunt there and a lot of relatives. So we went to the courthouse to get our license, and they were closed. So his aunt said, well, I know the girl who works there, so let me call her and see what I can do. So she went to her house, and I saw them talking on the porch, and when she got back in the car, she said, I had to tell a little fib. I told her you were pregnant and he had to go to the service the next day, so you had to get married. So then we found out we needed signatures because we were underage, both of us. So his father was with us. His father signed for him, and his aunt had a friend sign for my mother. So then we had to find somebody to marry us. So she knew a preacher in this little town. So she called him, and it was probably 10 o'clock at night, and he says, well, come right over, because she told the preacher the same fib. So we went over, and we got his brother, who lived in Ohio at the time, Jack's brother, and he stood for us, he and his wife. And the preacher's wife cried through the whole ceremony. So we didn't get married till probably it was almost after midnight. After we eloped, we came back to Pennsylvania to live, and we stayed with my mother-in-law for a while until I found out I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to help her wash clothes. So I said to my husband, I think we need to get our own place. So we found a little place in Allentown, which is near Mount Washington. And we had 2 rooms, a bedroom and a kitchen, and we shared a bath. And we lived there for a while. We had our little baby, and we lived there for quite a while. Then we had to move and get a bigger place. So we found another apartment, 3 rooms, and then we had to get a car. So we found a car for, I think it was only like $190, and we had to borrow the money from a finance company. We paid $15 a month. It was a 41 Ford with the exhaust fumes coming up through the floor. But we made it, and we probably had that for probably 2 years, and then we were able to move up to a better car. So we decided we needed a television set. So we saw an ad for Maysterns in downtown Pittsburgh. So we got on the trolley to go down to Pittsburgh, and we went to Maysterns, and talking to the salesman, they also advertised this TV was colored. So the color was a blue sky, an orange center, and green grass. So we bought this TV, and we said to the guy, now what's this? We talked to the salesman and said, what is this going to cost us? Then they didn't have the sales tax in, but there were other things. So he said, well, it'll be this, and then it'll be so much carrying charges. And my husband says, oh, well, I'll carry it myself. So we brought the TV home, and after a while, we didn't like the color. So I think we took something to scrape it off, and that was our entertainment, our TV. This August we'll be married 68 years. I liked what I saw in 1950, and I still do.
Senior Memories. times of our lives.